Mexicans. We're here on day 3 of doing the yarn crawl. We're doing the West region, and we are going to string theory here in Glen Ellen. Super excited to check it out. Let's go! Our first stop was fun. We had to go around all of this construction to get in. It was like, we're like, what? Where are we going? And we had to find all these detours to get around to the inside, but it was totally worth it. Once we stepped into this charming shop, everything was so cool. Everything was about like being very sustainable and limiting your carbon footprint. Even if you see those sheep that are up on the walls, their faces are made with like old recycled bike seats. I'm like, how cool is that? I really just thought the store was really cool, and they had a really great sense of community and being very local and taking a lot of inspirations about what was happening in the town, and everything here was just so cool. It was like everywhere you turned, something had a story to it and something could make you dive deeper. It was such a cool stop. And let me tell you, when I saw the styrofoam wig heads with like paper mache, like Mod Podge pieces of knitting patterns on them to decorate them, obsessed. I so need to do that. Oh my god, I was dying. Alright, we just finished up at String Theory. Really cute shop, lots of sustainable yarns, lots of local inspirations. You love to see it. On to the next one! Alright, here we are at stop 2 on my day 3 of the crawl, and we are at Yarns Untold. Let's check it out. Yarns Untold was such a cute shop, and this really was part of what really started fixating. This day was like the day of conversation for the crawl. Kelly and I got to have like this lovely chat with one of the owners of the store, and it was just a delightful time, and they had some beautiful yarns and things I hadn't seen. They have one yarn where they're the only one in the entire state to carry them. It was from a Wisconsin dyer. So gorgeous. There I am looking at some of it right now. It is such beautiful stuff, and it just was such a great time. We just had a wonderful talk about everything from like knitting and life, and it was just a wonderful time. And just like we were the only ones in the store at that time, and it was just lovely. Alright, Yarns Untold, super cute. I like that they have stuff that you can't get anywhere else in the state. That's always a bonus when you're like going on a crawl, find those like hidden gems. Owner's delightful, so sweet, and I love that they're a newer shop. Like they opened just after COVID, or right before COVID. So like they still made it through, even though being so brand new. And I just hope they continue to flourish. It was such a lovely experience. Alright, we're here at our next stop. We're at Idea Studio in the Grange, and hopefully you can hear a lot of traffic on this road, but let's go check it out. Now, Idea Studio was definitely one of my favorite stops on the entire crawl. The minute you walk in, there is like a sense of whimsy and magic. You know, you walk up and it's kind of like this big old kind of fashioned storefront, but you walk in, it's just like ooh and ahs and these old wardrobes. And right as you walk in too, there's a sign that's like, what is your favorite kind of book? And they had all these different like subjects of like sci-fi to cooking to animals and nature, and depending on what you had, they had little sections of projects based on all those. So it really was a great place to get your creativity stirring and lots of inspirations. Everywhere you turned, there was some little nugget of magic and beauty, and it was really cool. I could have spent even more time in there. It was just such a great space. It was expansive, and some of the projects they had put together were amazing. Alright, we just left Idea Studio. So cute. What a charming community they built there. Everyone in that store was just wonderful and outgoing and informative. The staff and the customers, everyone was just lovely. It was such a fun experience. I will definitely be back. Alright, we got to our fourth stop Fourth. Yes. Fourth stop, and it's TLD Design Studio. Let's go check it out. TLD Design Studio was really fun. There's 2 locations, and we were at the Berwyn location because she splits her time between the both stores. But it was really cool. It was the only store that was on their crawl that had a really big weaving section. There was looms everywhere. So having a focus on weaving was something that I hadn't seen in any of the other stores, and there were some incredible pieces everywhere, and still lots of beautiful yarns, and some that were dyed from the owner herself. There's some gorgeous things. It was fun. It was also just kind of nice to break it up a little bit from some of the other stuff and seeing something a little bit different. And then also Miss Schmidt, the shop cat. Oh my god, I'm in love. Alright, TLD Design Studio, done! Gotta love a shop that has a shop cat. Always a good time. Alright, we've come to the last stop for today on the yarn crawl. We are in Oak Park and we are heading to Die Hard Yarns. Let's die hard, bitches! Die Hard Yarns was in Oak Park, which was really nice because it was not far from my house, so this will definitely be a place I have to return to. But again, it was another really cool space, and there was a big focus on dyeing. They actually do dyeing classes in there in the studio. As you'll see as I do some panning back, there's a whole bunch of area where there's lots of area to dye, and the owner does some of her own line of yarn dyeing there too, so you can get very local and things you don't find other places. But everything I saw I loved. I couldn't stop picking things up and down. There was even a whole line of yarns like birthstone colors, so you can do projects with your birthstones. It was really fun, and I really look forward to coming back and maybe doing some collaborations with the store. It was just so gorgeous and so close to home, which is also very dangerous because I lack the yarn all the time. Alright, so that concludes today's part of the yarn crawl. We just love Die Hard Yarns. Cute shop, lots of fun stuff, and you love when you can find a place that actually does some of their own stuff. And they do dyeing classes. I'm really looking forward to doing more with them since they're so close to my place and learning more about this wonderful store.